Did you know that ChatGPT within GPTs has a medical feature that you can utilize to, ask it medical questions about yourself, your own health, and how to, be at optimal shape and, optimal health? So let's get into it. So if you go into ChatGPT at the top left, there's these little bars. You're going to click on the little bars and it's going to say Explore GPTs. You're going to type in medical, and within there, you'll see a medical GPT that's already pre-prompt engineered in order to answer your medical questions. Now, because ChatGPT has not only passed the LSAT, but also the MCAT, I think it's somewhat qualified to, answer certain questions, especially if you're taking, a holistic approach to, your own health and accountability for your own health, right? Because many doctors, although some are good, some, will conduct other things. They'll just say everybody's the same. They'll categorize them in a group and treat everybody the same versus taking a holistic approach to medicine. Now, the reason I'm using this is not just because I've said it before in the past, but I also confirmed it with research online in Google, as well as reading some other books. Those of you who have known me for quite some time know that I just don't rely on what I see on the internet because, technology can be manipulated. However, it's really hard to change the words in books that have been out for years. So I don't have a problem going to a law library. I have no problem reading medical books. I have no problem going to a library in general to read a book on whatever it is that I'm going to be discussing. So if you're wanting to take a holistic approach to your health and things like that, what are some of the things that are, very common right now? We have people that, are borderline diabetic. We have people that are having some health issues when it comes to blood pressure and things like that. We also have people that, have imbalances in their systems, and they could quickly fix this if you listen to people like Gary Brecka, who used to be a life expectancy person for things like life insurance. He could literally tell you when you're going to die down to the day, right? Just based upon blood samples, DNA, your way of life, so on and so forth. And he could say in X amount of time, there's a good chance, high probability that you might pass away. How do we prevent that? Well, we can make these changes into your diet, your system, your exercises, so on and so forth. And you will, taper off and live possibly a little bit longer. So let's say you have things like health or heart issues when it comes to blood pressure or high sugar and things like that. There are natural remedies, although people can't make money off of natural remedies, but others can, right? Because all you need is a simple tablespoon of cayenne pepper with about 6 to 8 ounces of water, preferably warm so that it can dissolve within the water. Stir that up, drink it, and then go for about a 10 to 15 minute little walk to circulate it through your body to speed up the process and to also have it not only go into your system quicker because, it's in water, and because you're exercising and moving your body needs water in order to function like a car needs gasoline. So as you're moving, it is utilizing what is readily in the what's in the abdomen, your stomach, so on and so forth, pumping that through your system, your heart, so on and so forth. And in about 20 to 30 minutes, your blood pressure will come down. Now, why is this? Well, just like other medications out there that act as blood pressure medications, etc., cayenne pepper or turmeric, so on and so forth, will act as a vacillator. Right? A vacillator is something that helps constricted or restricted arteries or vessels expand and allow increased blood flow. Not only does this occur when you exercise, because your body has to allow more blood to flow through the arteries, veins, and everything else, but this does it naturally, and it also creates more flexibility. Think of it like the plasticity in the brain, or a callus that, has to get shaven down sometimes. Think of a callus like the plaque that builds up on the inside of an artery. Now, as you exercise, as you do these remedies, you will go ahead and see improvements in about roughly 2.5 to 3 weeks. But don't take my advice for it. Actually go and use either platforms like ChatGPT, Google, or you can read a simple medical book on the same knowledge that medical professionals get trained on. Now, am I a doctor? No. Did I want to be a doctor? Yes. Did I study? Yes, I did. Trust me, done a lot of things. So, when it comes to this, you can go ahead and take these simple remedies and add it to your diet and system. Not only does cayenne pepper and turmeric help out with the heart issues, it also helps balance the sugar issue in your system as well, because it not only works with your liver function, turmeric, so on and so forth, helping you get rid of waste in the body and toxins, so on and so forth. But if you were to also combine that with things like garlic, so on and so forth, not only is it beneficial to the heart, but garlic has been known to be a natural supplement to get rid of and kill bad bacteria. Yes, it may leave you with bad breath. However, you'll be a hell of a lot healthier down the line. So if you found this information, valuable or credible or interesting, smash the like button. Don't forget to follow me. But let's keep going, right? Because with ChatGPT's medical feature, you can not only treat yourself, but you can also go to the doctor now and sound intelligent when you're asking questions, or if the doctor presents you with any cases that might come up. Oh, I want you to do this based upon this X, Y, and Z, and then take these medications. Because I have had pretty much my fair share of being fed up with certain individuals in the medical field, especially when it came to my grandmother, who they did not want to treat anymore because, quote unquote, she ran out of money in her old age, and they were doing pill stacking, which is a horrible practice, which means they were playing scientists with an individual, which is what many doctors do today. Because, yeah, oh, well, we could solve this problem with this medication, and if it causes this, we could give you this medication on top of it. And they don't know what they're doing. They're just playing scientists with a chemistry set, using your body as the chemistry set. So why not take the reins back into your hands, because it is your life, so on and so forth, and ask them questions by putting it into ChatGPT, utilizing the web feature, because all the information is on the web, including the medical journals that have been published, and ask it the same questions that the doctor is telling you. Okay, what are the side effects of this medication? What is this going to do? How long should I take this for? Because remember, people only know what you tell them. And if you're playing life on social engineering and social proof and putting your life in the hands of others without taking accountability for your own actions and your own life, trusting that they have your best interest in mind and not a dollar sign at the end of it. Ask yourself this question: would doctors still be doctors if they didn't get paid such high salaries? Would doctors still be healing people if the salary wasn't there, right? Because quite honestly, what I see now, especially during my time traveling and going to places where there's a lot of different colleges, I ask people, I said, why are you studying this? Why are you studying computer science? Why do you want to be a lawyer? Why do you want to be a doctor? X, Y, and Z. And they quite honestly say, well, because they make a lot of money. Not trying to actually solve a problem, but to trying to gain financial resources to, well, better their life. So do you think that they're actually trying to solve the problem that may be residing in your body? Or are they trying to solve their own financial issues, trying to gain something in life so they could have the bumping car, they could look good in front of everybody else as they showboat whatever they have without actually curing anything? So, not to bash on them, there are some good doctors out there, but they're extremely hard to find, right? It's almost like running into a genius, right? Geniuses are very small and limited. So when you find one, well, you might think that they're cheating. You might think that they're getting their information from somewhere else. You might think that they might be using a teleprompter and somebody else is feeding them the information, and they couldn't come up with things on their own, because the ability to not only be creative, logical, artistic, scientific, and then understand emotional output and input is very difficult. Because let's face it, you go to school to learn things in class. And if you haven't seen Class, please go check it out. Class is my online lecture series on a way of thinking better. Remember, Apple had the Think Different movement. But right now, we just don't need to think different. We need to think better. Look at everything that's going on right now. Do you think things are different? Well, probably yes. But have things gotten better for you and those that you care about and you love? Think about that the next time you make a decision, the next time you vote, the next time you pass judgment. And before you even do that, why don't you ask questions to try to understand an individual before you make decisions that will impede your future? So, till next time, my friends, take care, have a great freaking day, and I'll see you guys on the next lesson of Finding Freedom. Peace.